So I watched Linkin Park live last week, and it was pretty good. Probably my favorite part was at the beginning when Mike Shonda was reminiscing about how the band started. He said that it was him and Chester. They were sitting down at work, and then Chester said to Mike, "I was like, hey man, how about we finish work and we link up at the park?" And that's how the band started. Hello everyone, Ren here, or Alias. And if you ever get a chance to watch Linkin Park live, they're touring at the moment. If you manage to somehow get tickets, because the tickets to the show it went sold out under an hour, then I highly recommend it. So let me tell you all about this concert experience. I'm from Texas, and they played in Austin. So I stayed in San Antonio, because I have a buddy that lives there. So in San Antonio, you have to drive all the way to Austin. It's like an hour and some change. So I drive, I stop at Buc-ee's, of course. If you drive between San Antonio and Austin, anyway, you have to stop at Buc-ee's. It's the best gas station in all of humanity. It is the pinnacle of human creation. I get to Austin, and then it's at the University of Texas at Austin. Now, I graduated from the University of Texas, but not UT Austin. So what I like to tell people when I'm in Austin is that I graduated from UT. I just don't specify it. What I like to tell people is that I graduated from UT. I just don't specify which one. So I get there, and the line to get into the concert it's long as hell. There was like a baseball game or something the same day, because a lot of people were walking out of the uni dressed up in like full on UT gear. And I was like, oh, maybe they just wanna, since it's in the university, a lot of college students are going to go for it, and they wanna represent the uni. But no, they were just leaving a baseball game. But anyways, I had to loop around an entire block of city to get parking. So I got there at like 6:30, and my concert started at 7:30. I found parking at 7. It was insane. So you have to loop around. And then there's a guy with the airport lights that you go there, and he guides you to the parking lot. And you go through UT. Now, I've seen UT like barely. Again, I should remember the school. I graduated from UT after all. But it is a goddamn city in there. And to find parking, they bob and weave throughout the entire uni until they found this building that was the designated parking area. So I park. It was at the Moody Arena in Austin, if you wanna know. So I get there, and there's these people with bikes that are like, for $20, I'll take you to the arena. I look at the clock. It's 7:10. Me thinking, oh, at 7:30 they're gonna start playing. I don't want to miss anything. So I just pay, and I get there at like 7:15. So then I look outside. It is packed like goddamn sardines. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention this. There was a lady standing there with like a Scientology thing, like Scientology being bad, because the new singer Emily, she was in Scientology. Like, her parents are Scientologists, but she's not a Scientologist herself. She even dissed Scientology on her previous band, but disregard. But that got me thinking. Imagine the level of hating you need to do that. Not only do you need to find parking. Again, it took me like 30 minutes just to park. Maybe she got dropped off, but you have to call an Uber or call in a favor to do this. Then you have to just stand there with a sign. You're alone. If it was like, you could have convinced other people, come on. But she was just alone, like, with this sign saying like Scientology kills people, and how it was a conspiracy that Chester like. It was a weird sign. I only glanced at it. So, I'm incredible levels of hating from this lady. Everybody ignored her, by the way. Nobody engaged, because, you don't want to deal with a crazy lady outside the Moody Arena when you're about to see Linkin Park, especially when it's like this close to the concert start. So I go there. The line is packed like sardines. Goddamn, you cannot fit a pin there. And I was expecting to see people around my age that, grew up around the band. They played in the 2000s, and then they stopped making music, and then this is a revival from zero. It's the title of the show. So So I'm chilling there in line, and I look around to see what my fellow Linkin Parkians are seeing, and I see the range from like, I think the youngest person I saw, he looked like a 12-year-old kid, like a 12-year-old kid, like a middle schooler, and the oldest person was like grandpa on a wheelchair, or not a wheelchair, a mobility scooter. Like, goddamn, it was insane how much range Linkin Park has for like the age demographic. Also, I saw this really cool thing. It was like this older couple, like old man, old woman with like a Linkin Park shirt, and I was like, damn. I wish, when I'm old, I can do shit like that. It was amazing. Anyway, so we go in, I go in my seat. I wanted to get a beer or something, but I didn't want to have to piss in the middle of the show. So I didn't get food, I didn't get anything. I just needed to sit down and chill. And I was just sitting at my seat. So I just got to my seat, and I waited for the concert to start. And it's been so long since I've been on a concert, because I forgot openers were a thing. So when people rocked up, I was like, this doesn't look like Mike Shonda. Of course it isn't. Concerts have an opener. I'm a dumbass for forgetting that. It was a band called Grandchild. Hey yo, so quick note. It's an artist called Grandson. It's not a band. I didn't know that. I researched it right now. So anytime you hear Grandchild, it's an artist called Grandson. Hey, if you like Rage Against the Machine, you may like this band. They play similar music. It's a similar style. It's pretty heavy rock, which I didn't expect. Like Linkin Park, it's nu metal. I would call it alternative rock at most. And this was like heavy rock, like heavy drum, heavy bass, heavy lyrics, pretty much raspy voice, the whole ordeal. But they did an amazing job. Shout out to Grandchild, amazing band. But then, they wrapped up. It's like, all right, time for the main event, Linkin Park. They only had one opener. Usually concerts I've seen have 3 or 4 openers. But hey, they were pressed for time or something. I don't know. But Grandchild, fantastic band. I'm just waiting there, and this countdown starts on screen. And it's like a 10-minute countdown. And I was like, oh, it's hype. And then around like 30 seconds, people start standing up, and it's getting hype. This is Linkin Park. This is the A game. And then it gets at 0. Everybody was like, what the fuck? We got debated over here. But then eventually the clock ticks back to 0, because it's from 0. It's the whole branding they're doing. And Linkin Park comes out. Banger first song. I cannot remember it. For the life of me, I cannot remember the set playlist that they did, because I just remember they played all the songs I liked. Like, if I threw a Linkin Park concert, I would choose every song that they played. And it was pretty hype. They played a lot of songs. They played a new song. I didn't expect it. I do have this new album's vinyl, so I'm pretty sure the song is in the vinyl, and if I play it, I can find it. I just don't know the name of it. They didn't drop the name of it, they just dropped the song. And I know they didn't drop the name of it because I recorded the song. But yeah, there was a point in the concert where each band member needs to take a break. I don't know if it was like a wardrobe change, a quick water break, something like that, a quick cool down. And there was a part where like each band member was playing with only one other person. And I remember 2 very specific moments. The first one was when it was just the drummer and the DJ. They were just jamming out. It was amazing. And the other one was when I'm pretty sure it was the DJ and Mike Shonda. And Mike dropped his own songs. Like, hell yeah. It was Linkin Park, but I didn't expect his own songs. Sorry, I got sick. Goddamn. Anyway, not only did he drop his own songs, he dropped Remember the Name, and it was hype. I did not expect to hear Remember the Name at a Linkin Park concert. Again, this is Linkin Park, and Mike did his own thing for a little bit, but amazing, no notes, amazing concert. Everything I could have expected it. So, I go out, I get in line, and I buy merch. But funnily enough, when I was leaving, there were people selling like bootleg shit for like $10. I could have gotten that shirt. It was pretty cool, but I already spent money on merch, and I didn't want to. But yeah, I saw Linkin Park live. If they're on tour at the moment, I think they're still on tour at the moment. If you get a chance to see them, go for it. You will live up to the hype. You will not regret it. Linkin Park is my favorite band. It's been my favorite band since I was, a little pipsqueak. And I got to see them live. And Emily, honestly, she's pretty good. It's different than Chester, of course, but she's amazing at singing it. She can hit the notes. The songs sound good. But you could tell in the concert that Mike was like the bigger MC. Maybe Emily needs a little more confidence or something like that. But it's not like she was just like shy in the corner just singing. No, she was like hyping up the crowd, but Mike definitely carried the show. So yes, go see Linkin Park live. This has been all. This has been Ren, or Alias. Bye bye.